Hey everyone, and welcome to your strength training session. Today we are focusing on building the foundational strength you need to feel powerful, stable, and confident, both on and off the pole. We will be targeting key areas like your core, shoulders, and glutes with movements that support climbing, inverting, and total body control. You don't need any equipment, just some space, your breath, and the willingness to show up for yourself. Let's get into it. Okay, let's start with some wrist rotations. Slowly bring your arms up and then rotating your wrists the opposite way on the way back down. Nice. Bring your hands out in line with your shoulders, pointing and flexing through the wrists. Remember to engage your core here, and we're just flipping the palms up and down. Good. Rotating those elbows. Bring them up and down, up and down. Nice. Full rotation now. Shoulders stay down, chest is engaged, and rotating the elbows the opposite way. Good. Holding those palms up. Rotating from the elbows all the way up and all the way down. Just a couple here. You will feel this in your shoulders for sure. Keep breathing. Good. Bringing your pinky fingers to touch each other, opening back out, and repeating this a couple times. This one's really good if you sit at your desk all day. Nice. Okay. Bring those down, shake it out a little bit. Deep breaths. Let's roll those shoulders back. We're bringing the elbows up a little bit each time. Nice big open arm circles. And then we're slowly going to bring those elbows back down. Good. Shake it out. Okay. Going forwards this time. Same thing. Bring those elbows up a little bit each time. Big arm circles. Awesome. And then slowly we're going to take that back down. Good. Shake it off. Okay. Give those wrists a little bit more of a stretch. So we're reaching across the arm and we're rotating our wrists in this position. Good. Okay. Switching sides and rotating the wrists. There we go. Awesome. Big stretch above. Nice. A couple pulses here. Don't forget to breathe. Other side. Good. You'll always have one side that feels a little tighter than the other, but it looks like we are going to shake it off and good to go. Okay, starting things off here with our plank walkouts. Folding forward, slight bend in the knees, bringing it down and walking those hands out into our plank position. We're going to drop our knees and we're going to come down into a push-up. Pushing back up, replacing the feet back into your plank and walking it back up. Nice roll, big stretch, and we're going to repeat this up to 5 times. Hands down, walking it out. Make sure you take a moment to hold your plank. And knees down, push up. Good. Plank, walking it back. Take your time. This is so good for your body. Folding forward, hands down, walk it out. Plank, knees, and push up. Awesome. Walking it back and rolling it all the way back up. Good job. Okay, next up, dead bugs. Bring your knees in line with your hips. Lower back is down. Wrists are in line with your arms. And we are alternating. So when your right leg goes out, your left arm goes back. and reverse on the other side. You want to bring your knees right back in line with your hips and your wrists come back in line with your shoulders. So normally we would just set a timer for this one. You can start at about 30 seconds and work your way up to a minute, or if you like to count them, you can count this to about 10. Awesome job. All right, there it is. You did it. Okay, next up we have our side crunches. So they're a crossover crunch. Lower back is still pressing into the mat. Feet are pressing into the mat. And I'm bringing my right elbow across to crunch into my left knee. So this is another one we'll go ahead and set a timer for, starting at 30 seconds and working our way up to a minute, or just doing 10 on each side. Don't forget to breathe, and done. Next up we have our boat pose or hollow holds. We're going to start laying flat on our back. We're going to bring our shoulders up and our legs up. We're going to try and hold this for a 3 count at center, and we're going to go for 5 of these. So do what you can. As long as you don't come up into a full sit-up, you're getting great core engagement. Holding that there. Nice. That was 5. Great job. Okay, moving into the arms. We're going to start in a plank position and slowly lower ourselves down, releasing at the bottom, and then just bringing yourself back up. These are called negative push-ups, and they're amazing for pole dancing. So you don't have to worry about the push up. We just have to stabilize our body and control our weight coming down through our arms, shoulders, chest, and back. The goal here will be to do about 5 of these to start. When you're ready and everything's feeling good in your body, you can increase this up to 10, but I would definitely start with about 3 to 5 to start. Great job. Take a break. Okay, moving into the glutes and hamstrings. We're going to start with forward rows or Russian deadlifts. You can definitely add weight here if you'd like, but I'd like you to start with focusing on your form. Your feet are hip width distance apart, and you are going to hinge at the hips, which means that you want to lower your top half of your body till when your shoulders are in line with your hips. We do have a bend in the knees, and then you're going to take it all the way down. So you want to squeeze into your glutes to raise your body back up. Okay, take this nice and slow. If you're feeling anything in your lower back, make sure you're engaging your core. Go ahead and try to do 10 of these right now. Okay, staying in the theme of glutes and hamstrings, we're going to really challenge your balance here, which is obviously pretty important for pole dancing. So we're standing on one leg. We're going to bring the opposite knee up about hip height, and we're stretching our body up into a nice long line. Focusing the weight down into the heel of the standing leg, you want to stay controlled. So you're going to want to engage into your core, squeezing into your glute, finding a point to focus on. These are not easy. So we're going to go for about 5 to 7 on each side. Good, there we go. I lost my balance at the last moment. Whoop. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch legs. Now for me, I do have an injury on this side. It's an old injury. So I am really noticing that I've not been working on my balance. My body has been relying heavily on my opposite leg. So I am overdue for these single leg deadlifts. So if you find that one side is easier than the other, it just means that that other side needs a little bit more love. Take your time. Try not to get frustrated. Really focus into the core and the glutes and into your breath. There we go. I think that's my last one. And we're done. Okay, let's take it back down onto the mat into our glute bridges. So you want to make sure that your heels are at about your hand width away. I know that sounds complicated, but as long as your fingertips can touch the bottom of your heels. We are going to press our lower back down by tilting our pelvic underneath. So you almost want to scoop up with your pelvic and squeeze into the glutes and push those hips all the way up. You'll note that my toes are lifted, so I'm very flexed into my feet. So I'm pressing down heavy into the heels of my feet to really target that hamstring and glute area. This exercise is great to work as both core and glutes. Take your time, flip your palms up so they're facing upward so you can't press down into the floor. And we're going to do this for about 30 seconds or for 10 of them. And good job. Okay, next up, split lunges. So finding that nice wide stance, shoulders back, engage your core. So when we come down the first time, we're going to check our posture and our form. You want to make sure that the knee on the front foot is stacked on top of the ankle and that we're not pressing over top of those toes. The knee on the back leg stays in line with the hip and the shoulder. And we're just very slowly coming down and up. Our goal is about 5 on each leg. So take that time, find your perfect position. Form is very important. Good. Taking a nice deep breath on the way down and inhaling on the way up. Stay engaged in your core as well. Awesome. Almost there. And there it is. Done. Okay. Great job. Okay, you made it. Last exercise before we cool things down. Laying flat on your back, resting your head back down on the mat. We're going to flex our feet and open up into a straddle position. So for this exercise, we're actually focused on the inner thighs and the outer thighs. So we want to squeeze our legs back together into center and then release and let them drop open. You may feel this as well in the core. Lots of these exercises do call for full body muscle engagement. There we go. And again, we're going to do about 10 of these or 30 seconds. Let's head into cool down. You did it. Okay, starting at the top of our mat, nice big deep breath up. Forward fold, placing our hands on the mat, walking back out into that plank position, coming down onto our knees, releasing and pushing our upper body up, pressing our hips down into the mat. Taking a couple breaths here, coming down. Good, pressing up into that plank. I know it's cool down, but we gotta plank it out sometimes. Pressing back into our downward dog, shaking out the hair, letting those shoulders get a nice deep stretch. And plank. Good, taking a knee. We're gonna really reach back here, pressing into our palms, into our forearms. Just take a breath. Good. Coming back up into a nice stretched in cat and dropping the belly down into cow. And deep breath in. Really reach it up. Draw the belly button all the way into the spine. And dropping the belly back down, arching up through your tail feather. Fix your hair if you need to. Good. You can do these as many times as you want. Your body loves them. Sitting back down, a couple rotations into the wrists, bringing the arm across. Good. And other side. Bringing that arm up. And switching sides. Beautiful. Nice neck stretches. Rolling through the front. Oh, side stretch. Reaching that over. And onto the other side. And you're done. Amazing job. You don't have to be the strongest person in the room, just strong enough to keep showing up, and you are. Try this once a week on your off pole days. You'll feel the difference next time you climb. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you in the next video.